Back now on Triad today, just about time for the roundtable. One more quick shout out to the good folks here at Senior Botanical Garden in Kernersville. Check out the website. Beautiful garden year round, even when there's snow around. Now, three guys that snow me all the time. On my right, but always political left, Ogie Overman, the great broadcaster, journalist, socially distanced behind us. David Daggett was held over from a previous segment, and he, of course, was Daggett, Shuler, and Keith Granberry's founder of Helping Hands Consultants. Guys, late last week, Guilford County Commissioners voted to enact a mask mandate for all indoor public places. Now, businesses who don't comply will be fined. Will this significantly halt the spread or help decrease the spread of COVID?
Well, I'm glad they did it. I think it's past due. I don't know how significant it will be, but it will help. You know, incrementally, it will help, sure.
David?
I think that each little piece of being sensible, reasonable, and responsible adds up to a little bit more safety.
It's never just one thing.
It's not one thing. It's all the little things.
Keith, is it going to help?
It's going to help, but it's going to take people who are unvaccinated to get vaccinated, and everyone should be being masked when they're out in public view. Everyone should be wearing a mask.
I agree. Up until recently, sexual abuse litigation has mainly been aimed at the National Boy Scout organization, but now 21 former Boy Scouts are suing the local Old Hickory Council for abuse that continued up until 2010. Lawsuits have bankrupted the national office, which we've talked about before, so the question now is, could this be the beginning of the end for local Boy Scout groups? Ogie?
Well, I worry about it, Jim. I was a scout, and I've been a scout supporter my whole life, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Because now it's touching us locally.
Sounds bad, yeah.
David?
I actually think the legal situation will work itself out. National will be involved. There's been a bankruptcy, a reorganization, that sort of thing. What I'm more worried about with the Boy Scouts is, like lots of other organizations, they now have political infighting on issues, and that's destructive to them. And I wish Boy Scouts could be Boy Scouts like we were, Ogie.
Keith, what do you think's going to happen?
I think the Boy Scouts is going to go out of business. Who wants to bring their child into something where you have all of these allegations? It's very tough for parents to bring a kid into an organization, even though it's done a lot of good, where there's been a lot of bad done, especially
allegations,
young boys.
not only where things happen, but allegations where things weren't talked about.
Absolutely.
As COVID depletes the ranks of the military guys, the Army is now offering a bonus of $50,000 for every new recruit who signs up for a 6-year stint. Now, it sounds pretty good, but the question is that a good use of taxpayer money? Ogie?
I think it is. I think it gets a higher quality of soldier as well, sure.
David Daggett?
Yeah, I think over a 6-year period of time, and I'm not sure on the specifics on what you have to commit to and when it gets paid out, but I don't think it's a bad idea.
$50,000 bonus to sign up for the Army. Keith?
I think not only should have bonus, but increase in pay. You know, teachers and soldiers, people who are on the front line for society should be paid more money.
All right, a Pilot Mountain woman has been sentenced to 3 months in prison for taking her 14-year-old son up to the Capitol insurrection last year. You okay with that punishment, Ogie?
How long? 3 months?
3 months in prison.
No. 3 years? 30 years maybe. Yeah, that's insane, Jim.
I mean, she shouldn't have gone, but 3 months for taking her kid.
That compounds the felony that it already is. 30 years.
David?
My opinion is it's probably appropriate and makes a statement. I think that this insurrection, everybody's trying to label it different things. The physically breaking into the Capitol and threatening people, regardless, protests are fine. That's different, and there's got to be a punishment for it.
Keith, what do you think?
Well, I mean, the insurrection was an assault on democracy, period. That's what it was, and any other word for it is wrong. I think that if the parent took the kid into the Capitol, then she deserves a lot of time. But if she took the kid up there for a protest and to be outside, that's
different.
That's
Agreed.
different.
Agreed, 100%.
The latest edition of Microsoft Word will now correct words that might be offensive or insensitive. So, guys, if you type in the word, seriously, if you type in the word mankind, you're doing a document, it will suggest that you say humankind. Guys, you okay with Microsoft shaming us into being politically correct, Ogie?
Not exactly. I mean, I've been an editor. I don't say that arrogantly, but I mean, I kind of edit myself, and I take offense at machine editing me. You know.
David.
My office gets on me all the time. I have so many typos, I'm not sure they would ever even notice the difference coming out of me.
You want to be made to be politically correct, Key?
I should, because sometimes I run into jerks, and I need another name for that. You know what I mean? There has to
Microsoft.
be
I don't think Microsoft's going to help you on that.
I don't know, Microsoft might not help me on that.
Finally, Keith wants Microsoft just to follow him around with a little app.
They will be at some point.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Finally, a professor in Japan has developed a TV screen that you can lick if you get hungry. It contains 7 different flavors, including pizza flavor. That means you can watch your favorite TV show. You get a little hungry, you say, hey, I'm going to lick the TV. I feel like a pizza. Guys, would you buy a TV that you can lick, Ogie?
I can't answer that, Jim. I just don't have an answer at all. Okay, no.
No.
David.
No, I'll call fast food. I'm not licking a TV.
Keith, would you lick a TV? Would you buy a TV you could lick?
This is a trick question, man. The answer is absolutely not.
Okay, I just want to see. All right, fortunately, that's all the time we have. Oh, except for this. A team of scientists in Hungary have discovered that dogs can recognize many different languages, and they can recognize if somebody is talking nonsense, which may explain why dogs are not allowed to interview congressmen. For all of us here, try it today. I'm Jim Longworth. We'll see you next week.